We strive to help you in every aspect of your lawn, gardening, and landscaping needs. We have awesome lawn decor, everything from metal art to whatever you might need to spruce up your garden. Our quality of produce is #1. Prices are easily comparable to anywhere. Think about your spring flower beds right now. We need to get going, make that soil ready, and get our planting shoes on. So come on down to Megan's Market and we'll make you a great deal. Not only can we give you the knowledge you need, but our goal is your success.
Welcome back to yet another Eastland County Today Live. We are here to talk about a little event coming up in Cisco. It's this Folklife. We have Miss Holiday here to kind of shed some light on the subject. And without any further ado, I'm going to allow Amy here to take the wheel.
All right. Well, thank you, Lori, for coming. We've got Lori Holiday, who is the executive director of the Cisco Senior Nutrition Program. But she has her hands in lots of activities going on in Cisco and in the county. And so we're just kind of visiting today to get more information for our listeners about those programs and exciting things that you might can fill us in about. So
thank you so much, Amy, for having me here today. Eastland County today is doing some awesome things. And I just want to thank you for the way you're helping our community stay connected. And it's a real honor to be here because I'd love to talk about the Cisco Folklife Festival.
Well, we would love to hear it. So I one of the things, there's lots of reasons to go. I remember going to, as a child, growing up here and going with my parents and grandparents and making a corn husk doll for the first time and doing some things. It's just it's a fun spring event. So we're ready to hear all about it.
It's such a neat community event. This year, the Folklife Festival, 42nd annual Folklife Festival, will be on April 25th and 26th at Cisco College. On the 25th, we'll be there from 10 until 5, which is the Saturday. And on the Sunday, we'll be there from 11 to 4. But as a little background, I love hearing that you have memories of the event because so many people do. And I am new. I have long, deep roots in Eastland County because of my parents, but spent lots of summers here. But just now I'm a permanent resident the last 5-6 months. And so I'm excited to see it because I've heard so much about it. But as you know, there's lots of things going on at the Folklife Festival. There are unique vendors, lots of awesome shopping opportunities. There are Folklife pioneer demonstrations for the kids, games for kids. Apparently the food is famous with sweet rolls and homemade bread and shortcake. And if you don't mind, I would like to leave you with some cinnamon rolls here to remind you of the Folklife Festivals for you and your staff.
Thank you. So, I'm sure the staff could use that today. And that is true. That is if you do not go over there for any other reason, which there's plenty, go for the cinnamon rolls and the homemade bread. It's worth admission in to go pick up I can't remember, but it was very economical. The price of a loaf of homemade bread, I think $3 to $5, something somewhere in there. It was just a great price for the best homemade bread you'll ever have. So.
I'm excited. I'm a new member of the Civic League, the Cisco Civic League, which is the organization that for all these years has put on this event. And when I first joined, they said, you're going to work with us at making bread at the Folklife Festival. And that's when I first heard about it. So when I knew I was coming here yesterday, I called one of the ladies and I said, I'd like to bring them some cinnamon rolls. Can you give me that recipe? And I'll make some tonight. And she sort of paused and said, Lori, do you realize that makes, 100 dozen cinnamon rolls? It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just make a small batch to symbolize the awesome homemade ones.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And it's true. And I know, there's usually everything from, of course, the bread and cinnamon rolls to roasted corn on the cob, barbecue, strawberry shortcake, I remember, is always a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
And the neat thing, I'm biased on what I'm about to say. I'm really excited to spend time at the entertainment tent. The reason I'm biased is because my mother, Alice Holiday, is one of the performers and she does a great show. But there are others that I'm really excited to see, and I kind of just want to plant myself there. We have, the Doc Rockin' Band and Javier and the Javier and the I just had it. Javier and the Wingnuts. How could I forget the Wingnuts?
There you go.
The Four More Band, which is Al Anderson's band. There's a young student from Texas Tech coming named Sam Brown. Apparently he has an amazing voice and will get everyone up and moving around.
Oh, we need to really promote that. I know that a lot of those I recognize, but I mean, that'll be a great, and a lot of people who maybe maybe can't make it walking around as much. I mean, there's always plenty of shaded seating area to sit down, I know, and enjoy the music. So you can have a snack and enjoy the afternoon.
I think that's what I would love to do if I had that chance. On Sundays when the kids come, we have Eastland Elementary and is it Seabird Elementary?
Yes.
And then the Cisco Elementary students coming to perform. And there's a little dance studio coming and then a gospel choir. So Sunday will also be filled with joyful noise. So it'll be a lot of fun.
So you said this is the
42nd annual,
year,
which is just impressive.
And tell us who, because I know you're involved with the Civic League there. So how does this tie in with that organization?
Well, they are the ones that make it happen. What an amazing group of community-minded women. Again, I'm a new member, and these women for years have made things happen in Cisco, and I mean big things. This is a fundraiser. The Folklife Festival funds go to the net proceeds, go to the Civic League, and then they distribute the funds throughout our community. They have built playground parks. They have provided benches on our main street and trash cans. They've supported so many organizations like our Cisco Senior Nutrition Program.
Right.
They've supported Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. They've supported the fire station. They have the fire department. They have done so many wonderful things that leave a lasting legacy in our community. And they're just an amazing, hardworking group of women. And so that is what the Folklife Festival proceeds are for.
Right. Well, you can tell the contributions they've made to Cisco just by looking at downtown Cisco in the last year or two, or it's just really looks nice. A lot of new businesses, and you can tell just the care that's being taken on the street with the benches, with the flowers, just everything that make you want to be part of that community. So
it's really exciting. The Cisco Civic League is always welcoming new members. But what's great is you will come in and you will be put to work. These are a working group of people. It's not it's a social club and it's a lot of fun, but I guess I'm so impressed by how community spirited they are, and they put action behind it. And the Folklife Festival is just one example of that.
Right. Well, it's just also, I think, just the heritage of the pioneer life that we sometimes forget about. We live, we're on digital internet or World Wide Web and all that, but our county and our communities are very, historically a rural community, and it's keeping some of those traditions alive that maybe our children today have no idea about. They've probably never seen a corn husk doll or even tasted a cinnamon roll before.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because that is a neat part of this, working with the schools, the elementary schools, and they'll have lessons coming up to the Folklife Festival about pioneer life. And then
that's
the
good.
Pioneer Life demonstrations, there's been roping and branding and butter making and doll husk making, and they've seen a general store before and what that looked like. And just, you're exactly right. That glimpse into our history, that has made us who and what we are today in Eastland County is important.
And I think, I personally am proud of the Western heritage and community that we've come from. And when we all work together, we can keep that alive. So that's exciting, and I'm definitely going to be there, and I'm going to encourage everyone I know to go one of the days or both. So
thank you so much.
I think we wind up going both days most of the time. So
I would love for you to be my guest, and anybody, everyone's welcome to come. It's very affordable. It's a family friendly event in that the tickets are just $3. And that you can leave if you need to and come back for the day. It's so you have some flexibility, and it's just a lot of fun, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it.
And isn't there usually some activities for youth as well during the actual days? I don't know, just like kind of amusement type bouncy houses.
Kind of a fair kind of feeling. If anyone knows Arlene Fry, she is one of the founding members of the Civic League, and she handles the children's game area.
Right.
And it'll be a lot of fun if she's making it happen.
Well, I'm not gonna, don't hold me to it, but in the past I remember pony rides and bouncy houses and games and various fun things that the kids always want to participate in.
That's right.
Well, okay, so we've talked a little about Folklife Festival, and tell us a little bit about your other job.
My job?
Yes, yeah.
Well, it's such an example of community partnerships, right? We're all in this together. We all work together. Eastland County, today is working together, and it's to bring everyone to raise our communities up is what I'm saying. So the Cisco Senior Nutrition Program, of which I have the honor of being the director, we benefit from one of the grants that the Civic League donates to us with the funds raised at the Folklife Festival. So we want to do everything we can to support that event. But what we do at the nutrition program is we are Cisco's Meals on Wheels. We are the organization, a private organization that delivers healthy, nutritious meals to our seniors in our community, age 60 and up, who are unable to prepare their own meals.
And how many participants do y'all have about right now with that program?
It depends. Right now, we're at about 45. A person can come on and be a client on a temporary basis if perhaps they're recovering from some medical procedures or something. So that number changes quite often. But we're really excited because we have the resources in place to expand our program to 5 days a week. And that's just huge for us. We've been able to deliver 3 days a week for these many years. And I really applaud my board of directors. They've made it happen. They've pulled together the resources and the wonderful volunteers to feed people 3 days a week. And now we're in a position to go 5 days a week. So we're excited.
Well, I appreciate what you do, and I know how it helps people. And I know the Eastland Meals on Wheels as well. And a lot of people, I think they need to realize that, this is something that the community works together, raises money for. It's a way of helping each other. Everybody's volunteering, helping each other. But how, a lot of people might realize, well, they reach a point where they're still living at home, or they have no help at home, or maybe they just can't cook. I mean, there's a lot of people who are not, that's not their thing, but we still know that they need the nutrition. They need to eat well. They're getting one good meal a day with this program. What do they do, and how do they go about participating in this if they feel like they could use that?
Thank you. It's a simple process where they can get in touch with me, and we can do that in many ways. Calling, my phone number is 254-488-8061.
Okay.
They can come by our office between 8 and 5. Our office is in the Kimberly Fullen State Farm building. Our entrance is on the 8th Street side next to La Finca's.
Okay.
They, any way they can get in touch with us. And if I could say, one of the neat ways people have learned about us in the last 6 months is thanks to you, and your newspaper, Eastland County Today, has been gracious enough to allow me to have a column. And that has really spread the word about who we are and what we do. And so I thank you for that. It's getting the word out, and people, and my phone number is in that column. And so people can know it's there.
Okay. Well, that's good. We want people to know how to benefit from these programs that are available. So we will continue to do that to make sure that everybody knows how to go about signing up. Now, there's no screen. If someone needs it, are they going to get it? Or is there any reason someone wouldn't be able to participate?
Excuse me, 9 times out of 10, everyone will be accepted. There is a qualification program, and really all that is are you 60 years or older, and do you have a real need? Is there? And most times there is. So it's a very simple, gentle process where I just go interview with the family, the client, and perhaps their family member. We just talk a little bit, and I educate them about the program and get a little information from them, and very quickly they're set up. We try to ask clients to cover our costs of a meal, which is right now $3.50, but we will never turn anyone away for inability to pay. So if that's an issue, we work it out.
All right. So I know you talked about the Civic League is it Civic League in Cisco that contributes a lot and does a lot of fundraising for this. I know you have another really big fundraiser once a year in the fall.
We do.
And remind people about that and how that ties back into and maybe any others that I don't know about.
Well, thank you so much for bringing that up, because again, the paper was a huge support in that. It is our haunted house, our spook house, if you will. It's going to be the last 3 Saturdays of October this year. It's so much fun. It's so crazy. It's on Highway 6 between Eastland and Cisco at the old turkey farm. And when I first moved here, I thought, will anybody know where that is? And they do. So everybody knows.
It's a landmark, I guess, in Eastland County. So
it's a lot of fun. We raise a lot of money.
And kind of scary too. Yeah, I went through it last year. So I think the kids went through it multiple times, but yes, it's and I know that y'all had it maybe before you arrived. It was actually, I remember one year it was in the old Cisco hospital. Now that was cool. Pretty scary. So I heard that was really awesome. That was a good one. And so I know that the quality of it is very good, and it's fun. You know, a lot of times when you're going through something like that, you have no idea who's popping out behind the door, or, you know, as you turn a corner, but a lot of times knowing so many people in the community, it is fun seeing some of the community members who volunteer with that. And so, you know, you've got everything from, you know, lawyers, you've got
middle school principals,
teachers, dance teachers. I mean, you've got just so many people in the community that come together that are having fun with it, but it's also going to good cause. So.
It is, and it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for this year because now I've been through one, and I'm on board. It's just going to be a lot of fun. And again, the funds do support 100% the food and the packaging and that kind of thing that we need to get meals out.
So are those the 2 largest contributors that those funds that come in from the fall, from the Halloween spook house and the Folklife Festival? Are those your 2 biggest?
They are big, but we are so fortunate to have a diverse funding stream, if you will, thanks to our donors. We have wonderful donors throughout the county, actually, Cisco and the county, who contribute funds or food, and that's appreciated. We do have grant funds. We try very hard to get grant money in, and some corporate sponsorships here and there. So it's really just everybody. Again, it's the community coming together from all these different sources to support helping out our elderly friends and neighbors.
Does Meals on Wheels, I mean, is it eligible for any state or federal funding or no?
In some ways, excuse me. We are Eastland has a wonderful Meals on Wheels program. They are a member of Meals on Wheels. We at the Senior Nutrition Program are not. We're a private Meals on Wheels.
Right.
So we do have a little bit more flexibility with grants. So we can apply for some funding, government funding and private funding.
Right. Well, I appreciate all the work that you and all your staff and volunteers do. I mean, it's critical to the community, and like I said, I mean, just all these organizations are interconnected, and that's how communities become great and be a great place to live. So, well, unless there's anything else, we just want to thank you for coming and filling us in, and I'm hoping we can have you back another day to talk more. So
thank you very much, and I appreciate this opportunity, and I hope you have a great day.
Well, thank you, viewers, for checking out Eastland County Today Live. You guys tune in next week, and we'll end up having some more. We will catch you guys next time.